My nigga, I need a gun because I gotta protect myself. The only way that I could protect myself is if I'm carrying this 9mm. Within Cornel West's album, he basically speaks about how black people experience different oppression, different forms of oppression, and one of them is black on black crime. And I never understood why black on black crime existed, because I know all races, they have problems between each other, and there's murders, there's white on white crime and everything else, but I feel like, if anything, black people need to be together, because all other forms of oppression, basically, we have the most. Like, it's always on us, put on us. And in the song Elevate Your View, I believe it's called, he basically says that you need to elevate your view, because having this idea that you need to carry a gun around with you and that you need to be in a gang and all of this makes you into the stereotype that they want you to be. And you know who I mean when I say they. And he mentions how we also always had our culture ripped from us, and we were taught to think that we were ugly, but we always preserved our sanity and our dignity, and we always were amazing and beautiful people. And he speaks about how music worked in our favor. Music was our way to express ourselves. If you think back into slave times, they sung songs when they were on the plantations and on the fields working hard, because that was our way and our form of escape. And with hip-hop and with jazz and blues, that was our way to escape the oppressions that we were dealing with. I know some hip-hop artists who use their songs to convey messages that are really important, and maybe if it's in that form, then more people will hear and more people will listen. And during jazz and R&B times, there were issues within the black community based on just different things. I know there were jazz musicians performing in places where they couldn't even sit down and eat, but they wanted to hear us because something was special about the way we did music. And he just proved to me throughout this album that we are much more powerful than we think we are. And if we only believe that ourselves and pass that on to other black people, then we could be whatever we want to be. And things will be equal, and we will find a way to make things be equal for us. But that starts within us. And if we cannot stop problems within us, then how are we going to stop problems with other people? I'm not saying that it makes things right that are happening to us, but we complain and complain about a white cop killing a black person, but then we go and we say, oh, someone got shot in our community, and that's okay because they were probably into gang violence. Death is not okay, whether it's at the result of a white cop or at the result of a black man. Yes, I said it. I'm not saying that either one is right or none of them are wrong. Both of them are wrong. And once we start with the problems that we have within our own community, then we can start to find ways to stop what's happening outside of it. And he talked about the N-word. And I personally think the N-word should not be used. But people don't see the importance in the context of the word. It came from a long time ago. It means ignorant. And we're using it to call each other and to say, oh, that's my homie. That's my nigga. Why do we find that to be okay? Why do we find demeaning terms that were used to always keep us down as something that's normal? I'm not saying that we aren't smart, but that's not smart. It's not smart to perpetuate the stereotype that was always associated with us since slave times. And once we start with the problems that we have within our own community, I believe we'll form a strong army that cannot be defeated, and we'll be able to end all of our other problems. But it starts within us. And I feel like that's what Cornel West was talking about throughout this entire album. Thank you.